we go. We are live on my Twitch.
Ooh. Here we go. Right, well, I mean, we got a shock announcement for a PlayStation State of Play, which we all thought was in the works, but didn't actually anticipate to come up so soon, especially on the day of a Nintendo Direct as well. Guys, I mean, what are your expectations going into this?
For me, I think very, very low for this one because we weren't really expecting it. I know there's a number of kind of, I suppose, notable games out there that we haven't heard a lot from, and I'm hoping they're going to sum them up. But I don't know. State of Plays, I'm never that excited going into them. So we'll just have to see what this one holds.
I mean, yeah, me. I got no expectations. This State of Play, usually when they announce a State of Play or something, it's like on my mind all day. I'm like, I can't wait. I've not really cared. I've got mega low expectations. I'm thinking like a 4, mate. I reckon this will be.
Oh, wow. I think the thing about it is for this one is they've set our expectations quite well in terms of it being,
A 4.
VR, indies, third parties. So we're not going to be getting, Resistance. We're not going to be getting anything on that level. I think it's just going to be a way for us just to be able to get a couple of updates for things and maybe a surprise here or there when it comes to VR that we're not expecting, right? That's kind of my expectations as well. So I think with expectations set, I think I'm going to come out of this with maybe a 7 out of 10. Whereas if expectations weren't set and I was going in there thinking, oh, it's GTA 6, it's blah, 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 then I might come out and think, oh, yeah, that was like a 4, right? But I think with my expectations set quite nicely, I think I'm going to be relatively happy with this.
So we got a 4 and we got, what, 7 you're saying? Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go a little lower than you because I'm not so interested to see what they've got in the sort of VR area, unless of course we get the Half-Life Alyx and then it goes straight to a 10 out of 10. So I'm probably going to stick on a 6. My expectations here, sort of mid, I would say, because I don't know. I don't know what this one's going to be all about. I'm not really after anything. So I'm here to be surprised. So Sony, let's see what you got. Maybe something you show me will be on my shopping list really, really soon, or maybe I'll just be like, just another State of Play.
Well, I suppose the big thing is with our expectations set, I suppose relatively sensibly, I would say for us. We normally get a bit crazy, we get a bit amped, we get a bit hyped up. So to see it set to that level is a good place to be. Have you got anything that you want to see? And I suppose the question, I think what we could do quite nicely is go up to 3 different games that you think that you'd like to see here or that you'd want to be here. I can go first if you want, but normally we do this in a rotation fashion. So, and we always start with the youngest first. So, Spence, have you got a first game that you think is going to be here or that you're excited to see?
First thing, I want to be here. I think it'll be here as well, but I want it to be here. Bulletstorm VR. I want to see more Bulletstorm VR. I want to see how good it looks and how good it controls. Because if you're whipping people back with that thing, that could be nice. Real nice.
Whipping back with that thing. I mean, the good thing is we've seen quite a bit, haven't we, from the blog post, and there's a trailer up already. I would love to see more in depth, though, and to see like some of those whipping controls, from whipping it good, all over the place. I'd be well up for that. Seeing the gore, magnificence. It comes from that. I think that'd be lovely. Yeah, I'd be hyped to see that. What about yourself, Phil? Would you be excited to see more Bulletstorm?
I mean, we've seen quite a lot on the website, haven't we? But I think it's a relatively notable game to be coming out. But it is cross-platform. So ultimately, I don't know if it'll be included in a State of Play. I don't think it's really big enough for Sony to be pushing, seeing as it's coming out on multiple platforms. If it was a Sony exclusive, 100%, I reckon it would be included. But as it's coming out on a few different places, I really can't see it being shown today, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Well, what about your first of 3 games? Up to 3 games. If you don't have 3, that's absolutely fine. But what game are you thinking, Phil?
Well, if I'm believing the chat that's flicking up on my screen at the moment, it's got to be Bloodborne, hasn't it? After all these recent rumours, we've got to be seeing Bloodborne. I've been seeing people lighting the candles all across Twitter. We've got a State of Play. It's exactly what I said on episode 75 of the PlayStation podcast that we do together. Bloodborne is gonna come soon, isn't it? It's gotta come soon. So yeah, I want to see Bloodborne, of course. Obviously, I'm a PlayStation fan. I want to see Bloodborne.
Wow. Okay. Not likely, but if it does happen, Jesus Christ, there ain't no windows left in my house because I'm just gonna scream, bro. Ah! It'd be like Michael Jackson, the Earth song. You know, like when all the wind's like going through his open shirt. It's like oh. It'd be wild, mate. I would absolutely love it. Spence, I imagine you're in the same camp, not believing this is gonna happen either.
Bro, I'd eat my own arsehole. If this happened, it would be insane.
We are on Twitch, so I think that's actually allowed, or we can actually move to Kick. Both. Probably it'll be allowed somewhere these days.
Definitely.
On one of the streaming
OnlyFans.
platforms.
Find us, mate.
You can probably stream on OnlyFans, right?
You can, yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know.
We'll ask the expert. Spence, can you stream on OnlyFans?
I wouldn't know, my friend. I'm afraid, but yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
But no, no, not a chance in hell, mate. But if it happened, but it's not.
It'd be lovely. Well, my first of 3 that I'm looking forward to is Stellar Blade. I think it's pretty much a guarantee being here. They haven't announced it would be, but this is the game that I have been waiting for more information for quite a little while. It's the exclusive that's coming to PlayStation 5. It's like an action slasher, kind of like Devil May Cry in terms of its combat, and it's got some sexy woman. Absolute skin tight outfit, going around shooting and killing robots and slashing them up. It looks class. I mean, the initial thing they showed looked amazing. I'm waiting for more information. It was originally supposed to release this year, and it's gone radio silent. So I imagine it's been pushed into 2024. And if it has, it's a game that I just want to see more on. And to be honest, I hope it has been pushed, because when the hell am I going to have time for this game in 2023 is beyond. So I think it's highly likely. Would you guys be excited seeing that there?
I'd be excited, but again, I don't think we're going to see it. As you said, it went radio silence on the Stellar Blade front, but it is the one that I've been seeing pop up pretty much on par with Bloodborne across Twitter today. So I think most people think this is going to happen, but ultimately, I think it's one of those games that's probably got pushed just purely because there's so much going on at the moment. And why not take that delay, right? You have the opportunity to make your game better and probably end up selling more if you delay it, so go for it, right? There's no point in putting out any more information at the moment. I think, Spencer, you wouldn't want to see any more because you get put off by it if you see too much information. So I think for this one, we're probably not actually going to see it. I think it's the MacGuffin for this one. I think it's the one that everyone thinks it's going to be there, but it probably won't be.
I mean, I really don't have any thoughts on Stellar Blade at this moment in time. It's
Yeah,
out my brain. Nah, outside my brain. I'm not bothered at the minute. I think it could be shown. It could not. It's the kind of... I don't care about it at the minute. I got too much going on.
Wow.
But, well, I'll tell you what, though. To give you a bit of support, I'm going to tell you it's going to be yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm really surprised you're not interested in this. It ticks all the boxes as far as I could see for you. You're playing as a woman, so that's immediately 1 box ticked. She's mint, 2 boxes ticked. Devil May Cry combat, 3 ticks. I mean, I don't know what more from a game you could want, really, to be honest. But
I mean, the issue is the only Devil May Cry combat-esque games I play and like are Devil May Cry. I don't really play any others. So, I mean, being a babe helps. But, nah, it's not for me at the minute, mate.
fair enough. All right, let's go to our number 2s. Spence, over to you again.
I reckon we've talked about it a little bit. I think it's going to happen. Separate Ways.
Oh wow! You think RE4 is going to be here?
I reckon it very well could be. Also, is the button armed when we stream?
I don't know. I thought this was a loose thing. I wasn't sure if this was a rule or not. We don't have access to the
as
media
Spencer
board.
said it first. I'd vote it is. He needs another shot in the dock, doesn't he? You didn't say
Did
it?
Spence say it first?
Oh, if you didn't say it, it doesn't matter then. Yeah, you can get away with it.
Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. So we're not counting it then.
No,
What?
I don't think we ever do on these supplementals, do we?
No, surely
What
not.
the bro? This is a stream now. You can't edit this out. Anyone watching, this is how I get treated on this show. You don't get to see
To
it.
give. You got 5 to give from the big quiz, mate. We got to start getting your numbers up a little.
Yeah, I forgot about that. To be fair, I do have quite a few. But yeah, I reckon separate ways. I really think we could. I mean, they've been quite on the ball, just showing us stuff. Like we saw the VR last time, a good look at it as well. I think, yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Capcom always showing up, man. Always showing up, but they're not going to show Pragmata because I think, ooh, Aki.
The only thing
separate ways.
that I think goes against your point is that there's a Capcom showcase happening at Tokyo Game Show in a few
When?
weeks.
Few weeks though.
Yeah. So I mean, it could be. I think the more likely one is probably RE4 VR would be shown here today.
Nah, I don't reckon they're going to show RE4 VR.
Oh, really? Okay.
They've already shown it like decently enough. I don't think they would show anymore. I mean, they can. I don't think there's any point. I reckon separate ways, mate. Separate ways. Or Aki now, but I'm going to stick separate ways.
Okay. All right. Phil, would you be excited to see Separate Ways?
Of course, I'd be excited, but again, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think it's the place to launch DLC. You know, at State of Play. State of Play, go out with a big bang, right? And Spencer's right, we've seen a lot from Capcom lately, so I don't think they need to represent in this show. They're in pretty much everything. I was only watching the Apple conference the other day, which I'll refer to in my next pick, and Capcom were there. They were talking about how they're going to introduce some of their games onto, or I think it's the new couple of Resident Evils, actually. They've got 4 going on the iPhone. That you can play, which is absolutely crazy. Play a fully fledged Resident Evil 4 game on your new iPhone. You have to have the Pro version, but you can do that these days. So they were there presenting that. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be at this one. Crazy if they are.
I mean, it'd be great if they are. I can see them being here. I just don't know what they'll do, and I think maybe Aki might be the safest thing. There's a Street Fighter. There's a Street Fighter trailer for literally every single event known to man, I think. So they could quite easily cobble another one together for Aki. I think that's quite likely. But
Very likely.
yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, whatever Capcom do, if they do show up here, it's going to be great. It does say, third-party partners, so it's definitely on the cards. I don't see why not. What about yourself, Mr. Hoy? Where are you going for number 2?
My number 2. And this one was something that actually alerted me when I was watching the Apple conference, because Hideo Kojima, he came out and he was saying that they're going to put the Death Stranding game on iPhone as well, which, mad that we're going to get Death
Ridiculous.
Stranding. And it's the full thing. Director's cut on your iPhone. Buy the new iPhone, like $1,000 and 200, I think it is, if you want the top iPhone Max, and you can play Death Stranding. Resident Evil 4, you can play fully fledged games on it. Absolutely mind-blowing. But for this State of Play, I think it is time now that we see a little bit more of DS2. I bought the t-shirt ready for last episode. I should have kept it for tonight. So I'm thinking we're gonna see a little bit tonight in this State of Play.
He's coming in, giving it like a 6 out of 10, and they're going to show DS2.
Yeah,
What
a little
the
snippet.
fuck?
Little snippet. I said my expectations were low, but I'm hoping DS2 is going to be there, of course. I don't think it will. I just hope
Man
it will.
said,
You asked
of
if I hoped
course.
it will. Yeah.
I don't know.
We always rate the shows at the start with expectations, and then at the end with what we actually see. So my expectations are a 6, because I don't think we're going to see a lot here. But if I can choose, and that's what you've asked me, DS2's got to be there, hasn't it? As well as Bloodborne. I'm going crazy on this one.
Actually, yeah, you've gone mad. DS2 and Bloodborne.
He's on the madness. He's on the
Jesus.
absolute madness. He saw that PlayStation tweet that said, set your expectations accordingly, and went, nah.
Bloody
Here's
hell.
what I want, baby. God of War DLC is his third one now. What?
God of War freaking 3. Give us.
Jesus.
Barkeep, I'll have one of them, please. Jesus.
Mate, I'll be over the moon buzzing if there is any DS2 here. Like you say though, expectations are it's not probably going to be. But wishful thinking. No harm in that, mate. No harm in that. It's what this podcast lives and dies on. My number 2 is a lot more realistic, I think. I want to see Pacific Drive. So this is the game that was shown to us a little while ago, and I've been following it quite closely on Twitter. It's the game where you've just basically, it's an indie game where you're in a car and you're just driving across the country. And there's just obstacles in your way, and you've got to stop for gas and go do all these different things. And it looks sick. And every time I see it, I always think, wow, this looks so interesting. Just like a narrative experience, but with actual gameplay of driving a car. I think it's going to be class. I think it's going to be really, really fun. And seeing the different effects they got, like where there's a tornado and it's like a big storm and you're driving through that and seeing all like pylons coming down and all that, just looks really interesting. And I want to see more of that because it's already kind of sparked the fires of my imagination. I want to see that fully blaze up now. And I want to know when it's coming out, what platforms, is it VR? Imagine it's VR, I can use my wheel. How sick would that be? That'd be class. And have a narrative experience as well. I don't know, the possibilities are endless. So this is definitely one that's been on my watch list for a while. And I'm hoping it's going to be there. Don't know if you guys got any thoughts on Pacific Drive at all.
I mean, I was going to say, as it seems interesting, it does seem interesting, but my immediate thought when you started talking about it was, God, VR with that wheel would be nuts. Especially like a surreal experience like that, you'd feel like you're in the car driving. I feel like you'd reach for the door handle to get out. You'd be like, fuck, and it's not there. I think that'd be fantastic. I think that's a fantastic idea, and I hope they implement it. But maybe that's what we'll see today. But will we? Probably. It's quite a safe shout, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe that it's going to be there. It was originally shown at a State of Play, if I remember rightly, or a showcase, one of the two, a while ago, probably like a year ago now. And yeah, I could see it definitely making a return here when they're talking about indies. What about yourself, Phil? I know you're not a massive fan of indies, but is this game even remotely on your radar in any way, shape, or form?
I do love our podcast because I think I get introduced as, you're not particularly into this, but how do you feel about it? And this, yet again, is another one of those. And just a little peek behind the curtain for our viewers. I haven't got a clue what this game was. Just totally passed me by. So I did a quick Google. And the headline is that Ironwood Studios has delayed Pacific Drive to 2024, initially set to release sometime this year, with the team recently announcing that it's delayed to early 2024, and that was reported by Eurogamer. Okay, I haven't done much more research than that quick Google, but now to see a state of play, it's probably a bit early for it if we know it's coming out in 2024. Probably going to see something a bit later, so again, probably not going to be there, in my opinion.
Fair enough. We'll wait and see. We've only got 5 more minutes till the show begins. So let's get our final one, our final round, if we do have them. Spence, over to you.
Right, well, what I want to see, and what I think we will see, I can't remember the name of it. And I've been trying to Google it very quickly, and whilst you guys have been talking, I can't remember the name. But it's that PSVR 2 game that looked like Last of Us, and then swapped to like Egyptian in space. Wanderer.
Oh, yeah, I know this one.
That's what I want to see. I'd love to see a bit more Wanderer. That game looked like a freaking PS5 next-gen title in VR. It looked beautiful, reminiscent of Last of Us, but then guess what? You're in space, and you're in Egypt, and you're in the jungle. Oh, I think it just looks sick. It looks like a surreal time that I'm hoping we see a bit more of today.
You know, that was going to be my number one pick as well. I think was going to be here, yeah, Wanderer. I think it's high time we see some more of that. The devs have been tweeting out bits. I follow them. You can wishlist the game now, which is great, and I already have wishlisted it on PlayStation Store. I just want to see more of this game. I just want to see more. I'm so in for this. I think this is a dead cert being here, personally. What about yourself, Phil?
Completely agree, and I think this is a console seller, so it's a no-brainer to be having it at a state of play at this moment in time, so I guarantee it's going to be there for PSVR. I'd be a little disappointed if it's not, seeing as they've sold us now that our expectations should be to be expecting some updates on some known games for PSVR 2. Let's see it, and that's the game we're all keen to see. Even me, who's, again, doesn't own a PSVR 2, but I could be in the market if this game lives up to the expectations that we've set for it.
Hell yeah. So what's your number one, Phil?
Oh, Silent Hill, mate. Hey, if we're putting together a dream list here, right? It's not.
I was gonna say
Silent Hill 2. Come on, I would love to see a little update on Silent Hill 2. I haven't heard much. What's happening with this remake? Let's see some more information. So there we go. Bloodborne, Death Stranding 2, Silent Hill 2, bam. Let's bring this up to a 10 out of 10. If all those come true,
Bro, it'd be the best conference ever.
We're going to have to come up with a new rating scheme, won't we? Right?
We will.
10 is not enough if those 3 games come out. So that's what I would love to hear. Those are the 3 games that 2 games I'm super interested in. I'm just putting Bloodborne in for a bit of crack.
Well, I think you definitely are smoking crack, but in this time, I think you might be onto something. I think out of all 3 games you mentioned there, Silent Hill 2 is definitely the most likely. It's been radio silent now for ages. Thought it was going to show up in the showcase that we had a few months back and never did. It's a third-party partner. I reckon it could be, you know. We're getting out to spooky season. Talk could be going out.
Exactly. Yeah, coming up to Halloween, perfect timing to get some news. Ooh.
I think that's a great shout.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that one, Spence?
It was going to be my shout before I thought of Wanderer. Because that's the one, when I first heard about the State of Play, I thought maybe Silent Hill 2. It's actually the first game I thought of. So I actually agree. I think it's 100% going to be, and if it's not, it's not. But I'd love an update for that game.
Great. Well, we got 2 minutes to go, so I'll keep this short and sweet. My final game, the game that I think is going to be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing, is Little Devil Inside. So Little Devil Inside, for those who don't know, is the game that just every time I see it, it just is more and more interesting than the last time. It's the game where you're traversing across like the country, and it goes to like a top-down little kind of like Play-Doh figures almost, where they're walking along, and then it zooms in, and it's like a gorgeous graphics and art style. Not a PSVR 2 game as far as I'm aware, more of just a normal indie. But this is the game that was originally shown back in 2020, and it's been kind of every now and again it just pops up. And every time it pops up, it always makes a stir online. I think this is a perfect chance to see this, and this may even be one of the final times that we do get eyes on before, hopefully, a release date. Because I think that's all we need now is a release date for it, some more information about the game, and then we're good to go. So that's my final one. Any of you guys interested in this at all?
Out of all the indies, I think this is the one for me as well. I'd be very keen to play this one. It's got such a unique and charming art style, as you've sort of mentioned with this one, and it's really got my interest. So if I do see this one here, I think this would be quickly added to my wish list. I definitely want to get involved when this one comes out. I think it is a bit of me, for sure. Don't know about you, Spence.
Just got to see it, mate. As soon as it gazes in my eyes. The issue is, at the minute, I'm in a state of mind where all I'm thinking about is Spider-Man 2. So every other game that gets shown to me, I'm forgetting completely what it is. So it's just, I need it to be shown to me, and then maybe I'll be like, yeah, I'm hyped for that. Yeah. But at the moment, no.
You got that venom, venom, no one got venom. You got that running through the veins, bro.
I do
that 19 inches. Oh, and we are going live, apparently. Oh, 5 minutes to go.
4 minutes.
Oh.
What a little tease.
Oh my god, I just jizzed my pants a little bit.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, I think all the games that we put up here, if we had even just a selection of those come in.
Namely Phil's selection, yeah.
Oh my god, Phil's
if we just had one of mine, it would be fine, right? We'd be 7, 8, 9s for this if one of them came in.
If one of them, if it's the worst conference known to man, but Bloodborne comes out, it's a 10+.
Well, we know it's got one banger already certified, and that's more Helldivers 2. We already know that's being shown.
Can't wait.
I just need the release date now.
VR mode.
Do you reckon they're going to announce a release date today?
Yeah, 100%.
Why else would it be there? What else are they going to show? They've shown us the combat and the way they've changed it now for the next gen. The next thing is the release date, surely.
They're either going to show us it's coming out in about a month or two, or it's pushed to 2024. They said 2023.
State of Play, here's some bad news for you guys. All the games you want, next year.
Yeah.
That would be a terrible
that's an Xbox
show.
conference, mate.
I mean, if you could have a release date for it, when would you want it?
Oh. Honestly, oh no, that'd be such a horrible time to get it, because I wouldn't play it. I'd like it to come out in January, not going to lie to you. Because October I'm playing Spider-Man, and if it's in December, you're spending too much time with your family to play Helldivers 2 with the boys. And then it's kind of game where if you don't play it right away, you might forget about it, which sucks, because it's going to be one of the best games. I'd rather have it in January, but I'd put my guess as third week of November.
COD time.
COD time.
This COD looks sick, bro.
I know.
We got like 16 all original Modern Warfare 2 original maps back. They were showing off High Rise yesterday. And Afghan. I would not want to be anywhere near COD this year. COD's gonna slap tits this year. You do not want to be anywhere near it, bro. Nowhere. What about yourself, Phil? Have you got a release date in mind that would be perfect for Helldivers?
Well, I think if they are going to release this year, and I think Spence is right, if you're going to try and find that window, but everyone's trying to find the window because there is so much on our plates at the moment with so many different good games, you've got to perfectly time it between the two big ones now for the rest of the year, haven't you? And that being Spiderman now in a couple of weeks, and then obviously COD, so somewhere in between there. I haven't done the math, but somewhere in October? Do you want me to be a bit more exact than that?
I mean, you can just go for an October if you want. We got an October, November. I reckon it's going to get pushed. I reckon it's going to be a Jan game. I really
hope so.
can see it Jan or Feb.
I'd love it to be a Jan or Feb game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me. Because the only thing we know that we got in January,
After in the Dark, or was it? Alone in the Dark.
We got Alone in the Dark for Jan, and we know that Q1 is Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 Rebirth.
That's going to be late Q1, surely.
I imagine that's in April.
Yeah.
End of March, April time, I imagine. Which frees up Helldivers for a Jan Feb. I think Jan Feb would be lovely for it. I'd be so happy if it got pushed. I really would. Because I just don't think I know what's going to happen. We got Spider-Man into Alan Wake 2 into COD. That's the year gone.
You don't want Helldivers to...
I know obviously you guys love Helldivers, right? Do you really feel, though, it is trying to compete against these big AAAs?
No.
I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. So coming up after Spider-Man, obviously, but I don't think it has to be worried about Alan Wake. COD, sure. Spider-Man, yes, because those are games that like go above and beyond, don't they? They grasp more kind of audience size than the main AAAs. But Alan Wake, I don't think they'd be so worried about launching alongside, in my opinion.
Oh, well, we hopefully don't have long to wait to find out. We got 20 seconds remaining on the clock, 16:15. So we will soon see. And after the conference finishes, of course, if you are watching, hang around because we will do our after show debrief, and then we'll pick the rest up on the next episode of the podcast.
Here we go.
What's your time on?
Start, mate.
Just started.
Shit, I'm fucking like 6 seconds behind.
Oh my god.
God of War.
I'd be livid.
Epic Pig Simulator.
Gross.
Loves muddy puddles.
What is this?
It's gonna be one of those things where you're controlling
GTA 6, mate.
each body part, right?
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Like Octodad.
It's like Quap, mate. Quap.
I mean, I like my walking simulators, but he's not walking like anyone I've seen walk before.
This would be a fucking laugh. Oh, this game would be funny as hell.
Playing it drunk. Immense time. It's like Octodad, but it's like only up and what's it called? Jump King and stuff.
Use your hands, bro.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks. Ugh.
Oh no.
What have I got like?
This is the way to start a show, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, post.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I think it's a strong start.
All right. Yeah. Okay, tree. And
I like the look of this, not gonna lie.
I like the commentary.
oh, god damn it.
Nate, are you okay? You look sad.
Oh, hey, Mike. No. That's sad. I was just taking a break from my run. So road's out.
Yeah, road's out, but no worries. Grapple point.
Grapple point. Oh, just grapple. I'll grapple it.
Yeah, just grapple with a grappling hook.
Oh, yeah, I'll just grapple that fucker with my grappling hook.
Yeah, no worries. Just grapple that fucker.
I'll just grapple that fucker.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, Salada.
Oh,
Grapple
Salada.
that fucker. Is that what Nathan Drake you said in Uncharted?
All right.
Isn't
The
it?
last
It's
one.
Uncharted.
Just
but
grapple that
Australian.
I
fucker.
don't know where my... Oh, this is bad.
Oh, wait to have a point.
All right. Okay, there's enough here.
Baby steps.
Oh, you saw that title way before I did.
Team with 3 people.
Hi, I'm Sean Benson.
Oh, it's Bennett
Here
Foddy.
at PlayStation, our team is always on the lookout for creative,
Nice, he's the one who did all
inspiring,
those
original games
viral,
to bring to
Twitch games.
PlayStation players around the world.
Getting
We are
over it and stuff.
constantly canvassing
Oh,
game
sick.
development studios as we search for the next exciting idea. And as you just saw, Baby Steps is a great example of the innovative spirit that we're looking for. In today's State of Play, we've got a wide variety of games to share with you. My hope is that these demonstrate the diversity of experiences coming to PlayStation consoles and PSVR 2. On that note, I'm very excited to welcome PlayStation players to Roblox.
Oh, wow. Roblox.
This infinite
Roblox.
variety of 3D immersive
Oh,
experiences
Cass
is
is gonna
making
be
the jump
over
to
the
PS4 on October 10th. Roblox features full cross-platform support, so you can join 66 million daily active users across PC, mobile, and other
That's a big
platforms.
deal.
We can't
Cross-platform, it
wait
had
for
to be,
you to
didn't it?
explore millions of experiences together and to see what
Cass
you
is gonna
create.
love that, bro.
All right, let's dive in. Starting with a look at 2 great games coming to PlayStation VR 2.
Baby. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. VR, right?
Welcome to the Ghostbusters. You might be new here, but we have a job to get done. This city isn't going to save itself. So get geared up and join the team, because working together,
It looks
We'll
like
give
that
you the
Ember
best
game
chance.
that we played. Remember that?
Yeah.
hopefully you'll have access to the latest
ghosts instead of
ghostbusting
fires.
gadgets, if you can earn them. We're talking turrets, shields, decoys, and so much more.
To be fair, I bet that'll be a laugh.
I reckon that'd be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I'm picking up something.
Whoa! Watch out!
You'll need to be ready for anything
Here he comes!
before you'll be ready to take on the Ghost Lord.
The Ghost Lord? Where's Marshmallow Man?
Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord.
Oh yeah,
Right, the Ghost
these
Lord.
guys, mini puffs, they can be a real pain in the...
October 26th, where?
Oh,
Here he is,
There he is.
RE4, baby.
You boys are spoiling this for me, I hope you know.
Oh, we?
just refresh.
I have refreshed, it's not working.
No fucking way.
Just wait, if you just see it and wait 5 seconds, please.
Died there so many times, bro.
Oh, wow, it looks beautiful. Oh, sick.
Oh, this game's gonna be sick, man.
Oh, shit.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
Oh, the crowds are fine.
This winter lush.
It's gonna be immense.
Oh,
Shush, 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 please. Oh,
This is Condor 1. President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
I'm seeing increased movement from Los Eliminados.
oh well then, Spencer.
Copy.
let's go.
Straight W for you there, son.
Actions will be done in its
Hell yeah.
and who will pay the
DLC,
cost.
okay.
Find Lewis. Fetch me the amber.
Wesker!
Have you changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
Because in this world, someone always pays.
There's someone who needs me.
Oh, that face
Best
regenerates.
not to ask who or why.
It's what I researched for all these years, Ada. And I see the symptoms already showing in your eyes.
Oh, September 21st.
September.
Fuck, I've got no time for anything, bro.
Oh.
Free update. Mix. Oh, man. I got no
Capcom, why would you do
time.
that?
Oh. God, I gotta get so many reviews done. Jesus, man. Oh, it's Avatar.
Bro, I can't be surprised, man.
Spoil it for every time it comes on.
Sorry,
Every
mate.
single game,
Yeah.
like, oh, well done, Spencer, you're right. I'm like, what? I'm gonna refresh again.
I was abducted by the RDA and trained in their
Does anyone
ways.
care about Avatar anymore? Did you like the movie?
Davey does.
15
Yeah, it's
years.
class. Avatar 2
They
is really
kept me
good.
from my world and
I never
my
saw the second
people.
one.
It's really
No,
good.
no,
man.
why?
No.
It's on Disney
You
Plus.
have the mark.
Great.
You are Sorrento. The poor child knows nothing of our ways. Let Home Tree be a refuge
Yeah, but
from
that
your
facial
presence.
animation is really good, though.
Yeah, it's really
I must
pretty.
seek those
I
who
went to
can
the Avatar
teach me
place at
the
Disneyland.
ways of the Na'vi.
That's cool.
How was it?
That was cool.
And help me
The actual
reconnect
floating
with my
island
world.
stuff, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, fancy.
I reckon
It was
this game's
exactly
really
like
good.
this.
I won't hurt
Yeah.
you.
Oh, wow, that looks great. That's fantastic.
You are starting to think like a Nazi.
Now, we will teach you to ride like one.
Now Pandora is under attack again.
What sort of game is it? Do we know yet?
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft like Far Cry.
It's first person, right? Yeah.
I will
Fit it
not
off it.
allow the RDA
Yeah,
to destroy
yeah.
this land.
But you can switch viewpoints. You can
Yeah, you can switch, I
This
think.
is my home.
I swear we've already seen this trailer.
Not this one. We saw a big extended one, didn't we, before? But not like this.
Am I buffering? No, I got refresh.
Yeah, so it's like Far Cry. You're clearing out bases, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I am Na'vi, and I will protect Pandora.
That's great.
It looks very pretty.
December 7th, ready for Christmas.
That's good.
We need him, Connor.
Yeah, you're
need
well
him
ahead of me
stronger.
still.
I'm not saying anything, mate, this time.
Faster. Better equipped.
Oh, nice.
Ghost Runner, Spence? Is that the
Yeah, Ghost Runner 2.
More
Proper
precious
sick game.
than ever. We need him ready.
I think I've been given both of these games. Or at least the first one anyway. Obviously this one is
Yeah, this one ain't out yet.
Yeah.
We got it on, oh,
PS
demo
Plus.
available. Nice.
Yeah, they did that ages ago as well, last time. They had a demo out way ahead of the release.
It's a strong start, you know?
Yeah, it is actually really, isn't it?
Yeah, really strong.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Oh, imagine this is that fucking controller where you can feel the heat or the cold.
That would be ridiculous. Or off.
The immense. I think it's got to be like an elite customize your controller thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
the blue's nice.
It's just all the colours, isn't it? That you can-
Yeah, it's just all the colours.
Yeah.
Can you get that blue now?
That's the purple one. That's the one Georgia has.
No, it's not. Deep Earth Collection. Cobalt blue. That looks lush.
Oh yeah, that one's new.
Yeah.
Game of the year, baby.
Hi, I'm Johan Pilestad, CEO and Creative
What is
Director
this?
at
Oh,
Arrow
yeah,
Game
nice.
Studios. And today I'm pleased to share an extended look at Helldivers 2.
Extended look.
We're
okay.
starting on the ship's bridge, preparing to select our mission from the Galactic War Map. Once cleared for mission engagement, it's time to go into your Hellpod and prepare for planetfall. Today, we join a squad on one of the many planets in the galaxy, set on an important mission to eliminate a deadly bile titan.
Okay, we need to find the Terminate Bile Titan.
I think it's this way. There's some enemies here.
Have they got the
I'm
mech?
covering you on the right.
Have they got the mech with them?
No.
We're covering you here.
Just from the
they
game we
drop it
played.
in.
You were dropping mechs for me.
There's loads of them.
Let's go in. Oh, it's got like an auto aim kind of thing.
Oh god!
Oh wow, look at this.
Oh, I died.
Reinforcing.
I kill him with a reinforce. Oh no, he wasn't smart enough.
Alright, I'm back. Can you guys take him out with the recoilless?
Yeah, I'll try to take him down from the side.
That is
Reload
very
my,
cool, isn't it? The
recoilless.
graphics on there.
On it.
I really like the style.
Game's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
I got enemies on my back as well.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, there's a charger here.
I'm gonna take out the Brood Commander.
He's charging me.
Oh, you.
We take out the charger with the recoilless.
Alright.
Oh, that's so sick.
Oh, it's exactly the same as Helldivers 1, bro. With the
I'm gonna
recoilless
thin out the
rifle.
crowd a little bit.
Loading the rocket launcher, yeah.
Yes.
There are a lot
nice.
of them coming. My guard dog is taking care of the little ones.
Yeah,
oh,
pack
oh.
out, bro.
I'm throwing out the strafing run to try to take out the small guys.
Ah! Oh no, you killed me!
Oh.
This looks hard, you know.
One small death for the
That was one hit.
Helldivers.
Reinforcing.
We got mechs at our point, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do something? Should we strategize?
I'm drawing his attention.
Alright, I don't think I have an option. We need to throw in the 500 kilogram bomb. Throwing it out.
Oh god, he's coming for me.
Getting out of the way.
There.
Okay, there we go.
Good job.
Nice. Good job,
Looks
guys.
great.
Well done,
Genuinely looks
Helldivers.
great.
Another win for Super Earth. After each successful mission, players are rewarded for their efforts, allowing them to upgrade their ship, weapons, armor, and stratagems, giving them the edge in the many battles to come. I hope you enjoyed seeing a glimpse of just one of the many missions and planets the game has to offer. Now go out there and spread managed democracy.
Are we gonna get it? February!
Yeah!
Here we go.
Yes!
It's been pushed, so nice. Yes. We're not getting it this year.
Perfect. Great release.
Oh!
February! Yes!
No way you just got that far behind.
Yeah, mate, I am.
We're gonna enjoy what comes up next.
This is Brian Intihar, Senior Creative Director
Oh.
at Insomniac Games. Thank you for all of your amazing feedback to our demo
Ooh.
and showcase earlier this year. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is filled with an amazing story and story missions. But today I'm here to provide you with a first look at how the open world experience is evolving and how the game is built to take full advantage of the PlayStation 5. The first thing you'll notice is that our city has nearly doubled in size with the addition of two iconic New York boroughs, Queens and Brooklyn. And we've introduced the web wings, an entirely new mechanic that, when combined with web swinging, allows you to traverse the city in a whole new way and at faster speeds than ever before. Whether it's the neighborhood backdrop of Queens or the fireworks that light up the sky over Coney Island, exploring these areas will feel much different than the towering skyscrapers of Manhattan, while also delivering memorable locales like Peter Parker's old stomping grounds in Midtown High and Miles Morales' current place of learning, Brooklyn Visions Academy.
Hey Miles, what's up?
Speaking of our heroes, Marvel Spider-Man 2 will introduce the ability to switch between the two wall crawlers in the open world, and thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5, you can make that switch almost instantly. Delivering a bigger city and playing as not one but two spider heroes were big goals for Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Sick.
But this time around, it was equally important to provide a greater sense of exploration and discovery. As you progress through the main story, a number of new activities and storylines will
That
become
music,
available.
bro.
The
So
majority
good.
of those will now be represented by visual cues in the world that grab your attention, such as a flock of Kraven's Talon drones circling a building, a mysterious symbol projected into the sky, or even an unfamiliar spider bot
mysterious
emitting
symbol?
from one of the rooftops. Many activities, like the Hunter's cloaked blinds that
I wonder
overlook the
who
Big
that would be.
Apple, lead to even greater challenges, yet yield worthy rewards and new information about Marvel's greatest hunter, Kraven. Others will lead to a climactic showdown with Marvel villains not yet seen in this Spider-Man universe. The Spider Heroes have new AR tech in the lenses of their masks, providing a quick glimpse of activities already discovered, or helping locate new ones yet to be revealed. You can always refer to the upgraded Friendly Neighborhood Spiderman app to quickly track nearby areas of interest. The app will also include incoming requests from those who call Marvel's New York home. Some will ask for either Spider Hero to help, while others, like the students of Brooklyn Visions calling upon Miles, will require you to put on the mask of a specific hero. All these activities lots of suits. Marvel Spider-Man 2 will feature over 65 suits from the comics, movies, and multiple original designs.
They're going crazy on
Thanks
this
to the
one.
all-new suit style system, you'll now have more than 200 different ways to outfit your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Just Ben Reilly suit for me, thanks.
On behalf of Insomniac Games, we couldn't be more excited about what this expanded city has to offer, and all the new ways you'll experience Marvel's New York. We look
We're
forward
already
to you
excited.
swinging around in Marvel Spider-Man
We're in
2
it.
when
It doesn't matter. Say
Say
whatever you
Honestly.
want.
Stop showing me.
Yeah. I couldn't be more excited.
Give him the fucking rock bottom.
Oh.
Yes, we know.
I'm so excited. Oh, Spider-Man 2, man. What a
1
game.
year has passed since the end of the great conflict between Dana and Rena. And so, our journey continues.
There she is! Don't let her get away! After her!
Forgotten girl.
There's always
The
one of
gang's
these
all
games
here.
at State of Play, isn't there?
Broken piece.
The hell she did? She's a monster!
The truth is that people will always doubt, hate, and reject.
Another journey.
So far ahead of me.
Well, you can just see us shaking our heads because I could not be any less interested in games like this.
All differences must be erased. Once there are no differences, there will be...
I don't know, man. After playing Final Fantasy, Tears of the Rise Beyond the Dawn. November 9th. Wow. Looks alright.
Tales of games supposed to be really good.
Hoyoverse.
What
Oh,
we
one
call
for you, Phil.
destiny
There we
is
go.
neither visible nor
That's what Phil's been up
tangible.
to in his spare time.
Yet,
The
it is
Hoyoverse.
as certain
This
as
is my
the
side
stars
project.
Thursday.
and
Yeah,
converging
skipping
of
Thursday.
past
Go and
and
develop a
present.
JRPG open world game.
I called out to you and you came. The future is like a labyrinth. Every
Yeah.
divergence
I
is
came.
merely an inducement. There is only one real path.
There we go.
Yo, why is she
Developing
talking
a
to me like
mobile
that?
game.
It is a massive mobile game, isn't it?
It's a bit over-sexualized, isn't it, the way she was talking?
Bro, I was feeling some sort of thing, you know?
That's what happens when you enter the Hoyverse.
Are each other's
Oh,
destiny.
baby. Hoy me up.
Oh no.
Having a great time?
Oh no. Jeez.
Open beta?
Oh, no way.
Oh, we got to play this, haven't we?
The fantastic
Do we?
This is going to be terrible.
What if it's sick?
What if it's...
Yeah, alright. Exo Primal 3-2. What if it's sick? Are we doing this again?
2 insanely fun game modes. Smash the star!
Smash Monster.
It's only two
came up
game
with
modes.
that? Two insanely fun? Like, who came up with the insanely part? It's not like
They
people have
might
played
be.
this before and they've gone, how would you rate this game? Insane.
It made me insane. This game.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
And they, you know, what they didn't know is it just made them insanely angry playing it.
I know
They
you haven't
couldn't
played
play it
Splatoon, but you've played our game. What would you call it? Insane.
Hit the stage.
Because I don't know how you're wasting so much money making this pile of
tonics.
And this is the reason why Square are struggling with this share price, bro.
Yeah. Fair enough, to be honest.
Raid Breaker.
Penguin. Great name though. No hate, Penguin. That's gonna be my main.
I'm definitely going the barista door. Look at him.
Here you go. 29th. So we 29th.
You won't see me in the fucking Foam
We've been
Stars
having a blast
beta
with
party.
Foam Stars, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it. The open beta kicks off later this month. Before we wrap up,
Insane.
Square Enix has one more update for us today.
She didn't talk about my
Their hard
hand.
work on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the ambitious follow-up to the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's see what's in store for one of next year's most anticipated
the
games.
front door.
No, mate.
The world's ending. At least, that's what everyone's saying.
The sky.
Oh, Zach.
I don't like it.
Oh, ready to fire, sir.
Welcome to the New World Order.
Fire!
Just close your eyes and listen. Tell me you can't hear that. Her rallying cry.
Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies.
We can overcome our fate.
Am I the same as these monsters? Am I even human?
Okay, we're looking for Sephiroth. Think you can find him?
Oh, Sephiroth. You see. So you heeded the call too, did you?
What are you talking about?
As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together.
They're our best chance of finding Sephiroth.
Yeah. I ask because I suspect they're soldiers suffering from cellular degradation.
Do not be deceived. You know the truth. Trust in me.
Sephiroth!
You got serpent. Ooh.
Come on.
On me.
Still haven't played that Yuffie DLC, you know.
No, I'm gonna play it before this comes out.
Yeah, same. Sephiroth looks so cute.
What was that little moment they just shared?
It was really cute, wasn't it?
Cosmo Canyon! Oh, Golden Saucer, sorry. Golden Saucer. Hell yeah. So the arcade games.
Is that Hercule?
Looked it, didn't it? Whoa.
Excuse me. Could you look after my friend? Just for a bit.
A weapon?
Tutelary creatures, set only to appear when the planet
Oh
is
my
in
god, are
grave
we getting to
danger.
this point in this game?
Who dares disturb my slumber? It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge. I'm waiting, Cloud.
This game's gonna be so sick.
February 29th.
29th.
Oh.
February's looking busy.
Competing with freaking Helldivers.
It's not competing, is it? Come on.
No, it's definitely not the same.
Definitely not competing.
We hope you enjoyed that new look at Final Fantasy VII.
So this game's like on 2
It's
discs.
coming to PlayStation 5 on February 29th. And that's all for State of Play. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, it's abrupt.
Wow.
How long was that?
30 minutes.
Wow.
Went like that.
Blue. Spider-Man 2, you look so good.
Well. Let's break it down, shall we? Guys?
Should I turn the volume down on this one? We don't need to go through all the uniforms for Spider-Man, do we?
No.
No.
I've turned it off now. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, I'm done with the stream.
I don't need to see anymore.
I don't want to see. Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Nah.
Right. Well, the state of play is concluded, guys. It's over. I want to first off get your reactions. Did it exceed your expectations? Spence, let's start with yourself.
Sure. So, wasn't as long as I thought it'd be. Really short. For some reason, I don't think it actually was, but it felt it. But that being said, that short amount of time it was there, really surprised me. There weren't really any games that I was like, nah, not a chance. I don't think there was a single one. Every game I was like, oh yeah, that looks good. Then we got the big hitters as well. Mate, yeah, I really exceeded my expectations. I think that was really good.
What would you give it as a rating?
An 8.
An 8 out of 10.
Wow,
Nice. Nice, very strong. What about yourself, Mr. Hoy? How are you feeling after watching that?
Well, a lot better than I was going in, because I was very middling in my sort of approach to this one. Although some of my hopes and dreams were big, we didn't really see those. But what came out of the show was spectacular. There was lots of things in there that, yeah, okay, probably didn't mean too much seeing them there, but it was a nice addition. Again, more Spider-Man. I don't need to know anymore. I couldn't be any more excited. It didn't need to be in the show, but you can't argue when you're seeing Peter and Miles swinging around that city. It just looks so awesome, doesn't it? It's going to go a point up. It's going to go to a 7, purely because we didn't get anything that, really just blew me away with this show. But it was a very enjoyable show. It was some nice highlights to some nice games. So a 7 out of 10 for me. I really did enjoy it.
Nice. Well, I'm going to have to come in this with a solid 8 out of 10. I think that Helldivers gameplay was exactly what I thought it would be. Absolutely amazing. Getting it pushed to February is like the best news ever. It's exactly what we said in the pre-show. If they can get it towards Jan, Feb, excellent. And they've got it. It's going to be a perfect time for the game to come out, the best possible chance that it's going to get to find an audience. And my God, that's going to be some fucking fun playing that through with you guys. I cannot wait. It just looks so good. And I just wish that with all these live versions they show of games, these like kind of playthrough videos, that they had just real people on comms. Because you wouldn't be like,
seems fake, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, it's cringy. Like, I would just rather not have any comms, wouldn't you?
I'd rather it just be like proper comms, where it's just like someone's like, "Oh, it's fucking bug, bro, sort it out," and then like the explosion comes in. It's like, "Bro, what the fuck? You just killed me, man!" And he's like, "Sorry, dude. I'll bring you back now. Hold on. Oh, I fucked my input. Shit." And then someone's like, "Oh, you guys just wank. You're a bag of wank. Let me just call in the thing." There's none of that. Everyone's quite chilled and relaxed. Whereas I think our experience is going to be very much a more argumentative, and then come together at the end when we pull it off. And I think that's the experience of many people. But I thought,
Davey, if they had tried to go down that route and they faked that sort of level of enjoyment and frustration with the game, it would have come across a lot worse. If they were going, "You fucking twat," but just faking it, it would have sounded terrible. So yeah, I personally, I would have just rather no comms at all. Just show me some action. It was beautiful. The game looks stunning. So I'm in. You guys have convinced me from the small amount of time that I've played the original with you guys, but this one looks like a big step up from where we were playing it the other night with the graphics. No, this game looks spectacular. Graphics look great. Intense combat, looks really difficult, as Spencer mentioned. So yeah, I'm in on this one, and I don't have any problems in February like you guys.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I'm definitely giving this a solid 8 out of 10. I think this conference started off really, really strong, and there was one period where it had a bit of downtime, which was when they showed Foam Stars into double JRPG, but even that just seemed to just fly by. And then we're on to the next big thing. And, seeing Spidey show up, seeing Separate Ways, all these different things come up way, way more and above than what I wanted. Way more and above. Now, I do have some issues, but I suppose we'll go over those in a second. So, I suppose for you guys, what was the standout game of the show for yourself? And Spence, we'll start with you.
Sure. But do you know what's really frustrating and annoying? It was Spider-Man 2. It really was. That fast travel was sick. When it just switches. And when you switch from Miles to Spidey, and Spidey's doing sit-ups upside down a wall, and they just transition in the gameplay. It just looks like it's going to be such a perfect game. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of it, but I'm so happy I did. That's my standout game. It has to be. I've never been more excited for a game, I don't think.
What about yourself, Mr. Hoy?
See, it would be my standout, but unfortunately, well, I've already bought it, right? I was already buying it. I'm already day one. I've already spent, 220, 230 quid on the collector's edition. It's day one. It's going to be here. We're going to review it on the show. So seeing it hasn't made me buy the game or be any more excited about it. But one game that, not that I'm on the fence about these things, but DLC is always a bit of a stumbling ground for myself because of the issues with my PlayStation. But we won't go into that. We haven't got a lot of time on the stream tonight. We'll be here all night talking about that. But the Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4, whew, that's new news for me. To see that, to see what we were going to be doing there. Obviously, I've played the original, but to actually see it executed in the Resident Evil remake and the new RE engine, look beautiful. Cannot wait for that one. And we got a glimpse of Wesker. That's all it takes for me. And I'm bought in. I fucking love Wesker, man. Love it. He was on screen for all of what? 5 seconds? 2 seconds?
Fraction of a second.
Done. I'm done. I was like, blah, done. I'm in.
Spent.
Love it.
Spent.
Wesker me up, baby.
Wesker me up. How nice is it that's free as well? Free update. Wild. On 21st. You would have thought that would be chargeable.
You're welcome
insane.
for me manifesting it into existence, mate.
Oh, great call on saying it would be there. I mean, I was definitely saying about VR 2 and that being there for RE4 and that.
Yeah.
Oh, Davies. That
looks fantastic.
Oh, there is.
Just catching up with the internet.
Oh,
welcome to 2023, mate.
What happened?
You had a
stopped.
time shift.
Yeah, you stopped for about 3 seconds and then super sped all your way back to where you were.
No way, really? Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
it's just my shit internet, isn't it? Yeah, I was just saying that RE VR looks absolutely incredible. Looks so good. Cannot wait to play that, especially after playing Village. Bro, RE4 remake something special. So playing that in VR is going to be so nice. The combat, that knife fight with Krauser is going to be sick. Cannot wait. I cannot wait. There's so many cool moments in that game. But yeah, great choice. Great choice, Phil. I think for me, top one, it's got to go to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I got to see some of the places that I just cannot wait to go. I saw Cosmo Canyon. That would initially be a 10. If I heard the theme tune for Cosmo Canyon, this would be astronomical units. We'd be talking, like millions of miles away, oh my God, my height would be insane. But seeing the Golden Saucer and the thing that happens, where it showed in like the blocky fighting thing, and the motorbike, those are all games that you play in Golden Saucer. So you go to the arcade and you play these games and you earn tickets, and then with those tickets you can buy stuff. And it looks like when he was riding the different types of chocobos, so he was riding a black one, he was riding a blue one. In the original Final Fantasy VII, there was a big thing where it was all about chocobo breeding. And so you race them at the Golden Saucer and you breed them. And by doing that, you want to unlock a gold chocobo because they can run over water. And that's how you get the best summon in the game, which is called Knights of the Round. It takes ages to breed them properly and to get the right combinations. It's sad.
I was going to go, this
nerd.
Oh, mate.
You've got too far. Too far, mate. There's no way back for you, I don't think.
Your virginity's growing back,
I was
mate.
hoping we were going to talk a bit more about Helldivers, but you went to Final Fantasy.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I am so excited for Final Fantasy VII Part 2. And from what it looks like, I imagine going all the way up and seeing Weapon come out, that's quite far in. It's about maybe just over halfway, actually.
2/3?
Yeah, maybe. Like that giant gun that they showed, that's one thing they bring in later. But the cool thing that I loved is, I'm not going to do any major spoilers because I know you don't know it, Spence, and you, Phil. But when they're all marching that parade, Cloud gets into a Shinra uniform, and you're in that parade, and so you got to do the button prompts to be able to match to do the same thing, so you don't get caught out when you're in the parade. So it looks like they're just bringing everything back. So, bro, I can't wait. Midgar is the weakest part of Final Fantasy VII, and that game slapped. So I can't wait to see where they go with all the rest of this now. Oh, so excited, bro! So excited. Oh, but yeah. But we could talk more Helldivers, guys. I mean, Helldivers, fuck me, look great. That's going to put hairs on your chest.
And we have a
Helldivers.
date. We have the date.
Yeah, and it's what we wanted as well. Perfect time. Perfect time. We think it is anyway. Wait, just wait. Seminole could be announced.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wait. Well, I mean, with all the praise that we've levied out, obviously we don't have perfect 10 scores. So was there anything in here that you didn't enjoy or anything that just did not hit for you?
Well, I would say the issue was this couldn't be a 10 because there was nothing massive. No, nothing like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It was basically every single thing shown we more or less already knew, other than that walking in the mud game at the start, which looks great, by the way. So it couldn't be a 10, but then the stuff that was shown was just spectacular. So it could be a 9, but then they showed foam stars, and it went down to an 8. That's all it takes. All it takes. If you had a shit show, and then you showed me foam stars at the end, it's a -1. It takes away a whole point. So this could have been a 9, but just showing foam stars, the Splatoon 4 on PlayStation exclusive, whatever. Nah, I hate that game.
Phil, do you agree, or is there something else on the chopping block for you?
I mean, Foam Stars is pretty insane, right? Seeing that at the PlayStation State of Play. But the thing that I thought was the most insane was how underused Indies and PSVR 2 games were within this update. You know, you've set our expectations at that level, and you didn't show us any, really. You know, the two big ones which we talked about in the pre-show, no hint of them, nothing. We saw some other things, sure, but there wasn't a lot, was there? It was like 1 or 2 of each. And ultimately, it was a much more kind of AAA focused state of play and update as opposed to talking about indies and PSVR 2. So why even set our expectations at that level? I've been missold, I think. If I'd paid money, I would have gone away and thought I've got much more for my money than I bought in for here because you've shown me AAA when you've sold me indies and PSVR 2s. So I was a little disappointed. We didn't get what I was told was going to be there.
You know, I completely agree with you. I think this was exactly my biggest takeaway as well, is that I was expecting to see things that either I haven't seen before, for cool little indie games, or ones that I really want to see more of, especially with PSVR 2. And sure, we did see an indie. We saw that 3-man developed game of walking. We saw RE4 VR. So we saw a VR 2 game. That was it. The rest of it, as you said, it was like, right, well, ready for the fucking AAA banger.
We saw Ghostbusters.
We did see Ghostbusters, that's true.
Which
That
looks great.
sick. That looks great,
Yeah.
yeah.
That does look fun, actually. I think if I had PSVR 2, I'd want to play that one. I quite like Ghostbusters anyway. Maybe I'm just sold on the IP, but I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that looks class. Yeah, good point, Spence. We did, but I think they could have done more. They could have done more. I would have liked if we had an extra 10 minutes and it was just a couple more splatterings of some VR stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'd be really happy because you know what's going to happen. We're going to get onto the next show and there'll be a blog post with everything else that looks cool as fuck for VR. They didn't show today. You know what's going to happen.
I was just about to say that. That's what you don't want because it undermines those games. You know, what you want to do is just put them at the same level as everything else and give everybody an equal crack at the, you know, I don't know what the analogy here that I was going for, but, you know, an equal go here at the state of play rather than just going, here's all your little indie games, here's all your little VR games, and here we go with our AAAs. No, just put them all together and just mix them in. I think that's the best way of doing it. I don't even like it when they separate the show, because they've done that in the past, haven't they? Where they have like a block of VR games. Don't need that. Let's just put them throughout and mix them up and have equal smatterings of each if possible. Okay. I know obviously a lot of the time, you know, you're going to have different times of the year, like especially now where you want to talk about the bigger games, but ultimately I think you should give everything a fair go at the state of play. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, yeah, I don't understand. I reckon they should always try and have the same amount of each different thing. So I'd love to see an indie, VR game, AAA, and then you're like, whoa, back into an indie, simmers you down. VR game, AAA, and then it's just does that the entire time, until like maybe the last 3 things could all be AAAs. Make a balance. Give us something to expect, because then when we're expecting that routine, that's when you chuck us to the wayside and throw us off course and Bloodborne. But that'd be sick.
Blood. The ground is shaking from Cabrera Newport.
Wales is ruined, mate. Wales is
gone off the map. Yeah, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with you guys on this. I think that I thought the pacing here was really good, and the issue is if you bloat it too much more, how much does that pacing get ruined? Because that time, you're talking what 25 minutes? I think that showcase was in total, something like that, and it was just it was over in a flash. And that is what a state of play should be. It should be quick. That's what they should be. All the best state of plays have all been about this length, and normally they do a big deep dive on like one game, which, in the past been like Ghost of Tsushima, they'll have like 15 minutes on that and a spattering of other things. But I don't know. I think a lot of it is just the expectation setting on this has just been wrong again. And they're not very good at that, PlayStation. They don't really set it well. Whenever they were expecting like the showcase, went to the showcase, and they're like big things, future of PlayStation, nothing really shown. Terrible. And then, obviously for us, we loved it, right? We came out with like 4 big games that gave it like a 9 or 10 out of 10. But most people would say it come out of that and be hating, which they were. For this, I think this is probably going to have a great reception everywhere for what they've shown here, because the pacing's excellent, big games that people want to see. But I like having those little things. I like those little indies, those little artistic ones that come up, like, Goodbye Volcano High and all these different things that you wouldn't ever know about if it was just in the blog, And I do agree with you, Phil. I think that it's going to be a shame to see some great little VR games not get the push that this system really needs, for me personally. But it could well be that there's an issue with timing and they couldn't get the timing right. Like on PlayStation blog post today, just before this went live, Tomb Raider Remastered, 1, 2, and 3, the original games coming out in like a couple of months. And that, they probably would have loved to have had that included here, because that's a great little hit for classic Tomb Raider fans, especially a game synonymous or trilogy synonymous with the original PlayStation. And maybe they just couldn't get the trailer together in time to make the cut for the edit. And that's the reality of it. But yeah, any other games or anything else you guys want to put some praise on? Or are we quite happy leaving it there?
I think it's best to just leave that now for the next episodes. We can collect our thoughts. I'm keen to have a read of Twitter now, actually, just to see how we align with everybody else, because we do these live. So yes, we've done no background reading on how things are going. I do have Twitter up next to me, but I can't read everything and talk to you in the way I have. So yeah, let's see what everybody else is saying as well now, and then we'll compare notes ready for the next show.
Excellent. And of course, listeners, we are going to be covering this on the next episode of In PS We Trust, a PlayStation podcast, episode 76, which will be going live in 2 weeks' time. If you want to raise your questions, queries, thoughts, concerns, anything about the showcase or the state of play, that's been covered today, you know what to do. You can even reach out to us on the socials at In PS We Trust over on X, Twitter, or you can write into the email pswetrust@gmail.com. That has been it for this supplemental Reacts episode of In PS We Trust, a PlayStation podcast. I've been Davey.
I've been Phil Hoy.
And I've been Spencer.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Lovely stuff.